Have you ever had a dream so big that it scared you, a goal so ambitious that just thinking about it made your heart race, your mind starts buzzing with possibilities, but almost instantly the doubts creep in? How will I ever get there? Am I even capable? Is it too late to start? If you have ever felt this internal battle, you are not alone, and today we are going to explore not just how to chase your most ambitious goals, but how to actually achieve them even when the path looks impossible. Imagine waking up a year from now and realizing you are living the dream that once felt out of reach. Imagine looking back and seeing how every tiny decision, every bold move, every moment of courage built the bridge to your future. Imagine feeling proud not just of what you achieved, but of who you became along the way. This is not some motivational fantasy. This can be your reality, and it starts with understanding the real reason most people never reach their biggest dreams. The problem is not that they are not talented enough or smart enough or even lucky enough. The real problem is that big goals are overwhelming, they are intimidating, they feel so far away that taking action feels pointless. Why even start when the mountain seems too high to climb? So instead of moving forward, we hesitate, we overthink, we procrastinate, we wait for the perfect time, which of course never comes. And here is where the agitation really kicks in, because deep down you know you are capable of more. You know there is a version of you that is braver, stronger, more disciplined, more relentless. But every day you delay, every day you tell yourself maybe tomorrow, a small part of you shrinks. The dream does not just stay the same, it gets heavier, harder to believe in, and that weight starts affecting everything: your confidence, your energy, your joy. But what if achieving your most ambitious goals was not about giant leaps? What if it was about mastering the small, unseen steps, the ones no one claps for, the ones no one even notices? What if the secret was not being extraordinary, but being consistent, disciplined, and strategic, even when no one is watching? Let me tell you a story that illustrates this. A few years ago, there was a young woman named Emma who dreamed of becoming a published author. She had no connections, no formal training, and no idea where to start. All she had was a dream and a blank page. Every time she thought about writing a book, she felt paralyzed. How could she possibly write 300 pages when she struggled to even write one? But one night she made a decision. She would not try to write a book. She would simply commit to writing for 10 minutes a day. No pressure, no expectations, just 10 minutes. That first week it felt silly. She barely wrote a paragraph most days. But something unexpected happened. After a few weeks, those 10 minutes started turning into 15, then 20, then an hour. She built momentum, not because she forced it, but because she made starting so easy it became unavoidable. Fast forward 2 years, and Emma was holding her first published novel in her hands, not because she was the most talented writer, not because she waited for inspiration, but because she showed up for her dream in small, consistent ways that compounded over time. This is the first key to achieving your most ambitious goals. Break the mountain into pebbles. Instead of focusing on the end result, focus on the smallest actionable step you can take today and commit to it daily, no matter how tiny it seems, because success is never the result of one massive action. It is the result of thousands of tiny actions stacked on top of each other. The second key is to shift your identity. Instead of saying, I want to achieve this goal, start saying, I am the kind of person who achieves this goal. Your actions will always align with the story you believe about yourself. If you believe you are a procrastinator, you will act like one. If you believe you are inconsistent, you will prove yourself right. But if you start telling yourself, I am disciplined, I am persistent, I'm resilient, even before you feel like it, your brain will start searching for ways to align with that new identity. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they need motivation to act, but action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you move even when you do not feel like it, when you show up messy, imperfect, and uncertain, you generate the energy you need to keep going. And let us not forget about the inevitable setbacks. Because if you are chasing something big, you will fail, you will stumble, you will have days when you wonder if it is even worth it. And this is where most people give up. They take failure as a sign that they are not good enough, when in reality failure is just feedback. It is a necessary part of the process. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that will not work. Every setback brought him closer to success, not further away. The same is true for you. Every obstacle, every delay, every no, every disappointment is refining you, strengthening you, preparing you for what you asked for. You have to fall in love with the process, not just the outcome, because the truth is, if you cannot love the hard days, the boring days, the days when nothing seems to be working, you will not stick around long enough to see the breakthrough. But if you can find joy in the struggle, pride in the persistence, if you can celebrate progress, not just results, you will become unstoppable. And here is a powerful exercise to anchor this. Take a moment and close your eyes. Imagine your goal. Whatever it is in vivid detail, picture yourself having already achieved it. See it, feel it, hear it, let it become real in your mind. And now ask yourself, who did I have to become to get here? What habits did I master? What beliefs did I let go of? What sacrifices did I make? The more clearly you can answer these questions, the faster you will become that person. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is not just time or luck or circumstances. It is who you are willing to become. If you are willing to grow, to stretch, to endure temporary discomfort for permanent transformation, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Now, you are wondering, but what if my dream is too big? What if I fail spectacularly? What if people laugh at me? What if I am not enough? Let me tell you this, every person who has ever achieved something great started with the same fears, the same doubts, the same uncertainties. They just did not let those fears make their decisions for them. You are not supposed to have it all figured out. You are supposed to take the next step with faith, not certainty, because clarity comes from engagement, not thought. You do not wait for the path to appear, you create it one courageous step at a time. And if you are still doubting, if you are still hesitating, let me leave you with this: the cost of not chasing your dream is far greater than the cost of trying and failing. At least, when you try, you grow, you evolve, you discover your true potential. But when you do not try, when you let fear dictate your life, you stay trapped in a smaller version of yourself, always wondering what could have been. So here is your challenge starting today. Commit to one tiny action toward your biggest goal every single day. Make it so small that it is impossible to fail. Track your wins no matter how small. Shift your identity to match the person you are becoming, not the person you have been. Fall in love with the process and refuse to quit no matter how long it takes. Because your most ambitious goals are not just possible, they are inevitable if you refuse to give up on them, if you keep showing up, if you keep believing even on the days when it feels hopeless. Your dreams are waiting for you. They are not in some distant future, they are built today, by the choices you make, by the habits you form, by the courage you summon right now. And if this message stirred something inside you, if you felt even a flicker of hope or clarity, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, because this journey we are on together is just beginning. And if you are serious about turning your dreams into reality, I invite you to watch the next video, where we dive deep into how to master the art of self-discipline, because without discipline, dreams stay dreams. But with it, you can turn them into reality faster than you ever thought possible. Your future self is already cheering you on. Let us get to work.